I would say one of the most common questions I'm asked is how often I travel or if I travel at all for work. The answer is I do, and this is going to be the story of one of my favorite trips. You might think that my favorite trip was going to some mega sporting event or going to a conference or something like that. While those have been great trips, my favorite, hands down, was one of the trips that I went to California with history football, and here's why. It was actually because one of my coaches and I bonded over our shared love of the show 90 Day Fiance. This is Coach Rat. He was an assistant on the team. Doesn't look like a 90 Day Fiance watcher, but he does. So let's jump into it. So it is 6 a.m. All the boys are loading their stuff up. Everybody's getting settled into their seats. And the bus driver is on a video call with a woman. And it starts out fine, normal, whatever. And then she starts just yelling at him. And I am sitting in the very front seat with the desk trying to edit, file my photos for the morning, get them out for social. Like, hey, we're leaving. We're going to California. And I can't help but overhear this. And I'm like, what in the world am I listening to? And our coaches then start filing on the bus. And Coach Rat gives me a look like, what in the heck is happening? And I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like, trying not to listen, right? Well, somebody says something to the driver at some point. And he's like, oh, no, that's my fiance. Like, she's in the Philippines. And we're like, what? And I remember looking at Coach Rat being like, okay, this is going to make for an interesting trip. Well, when we get to our first rest stop, I make a comment about, I knew I was coming on a football trip. I didn't know I was getting to watch 90 Day Fiance in real life. And Coach Rat hadn't heard that the fiance was in the Philippines. And he's like, what do you mean? I love that show. Tell me all about it. And so I filled him in on what I had accidentally overheard. And he's like, we're going to get to see 4 days of this. This is fantastic. So when we get back on the bus, we decide that we're going to ask the guy about her and like ask about his situation. And he was really open. He's like, yeah, no, I've met this woman. She's in the Philippines and she's upset because I don't have the money to come and get her and come and visit her. And so both Rat and I were like, well, have you thought about applying for 90 Day Fiance? Because, might be a good option. In talking with the bus driver, he said he had been over to the Philippines a couple of times to see his girl, and they had applied for 90 Day Fiance, but they had not been selected yet. There was also talk of him moving over to the Philippines to be with her. So 90 Day Fiance the other way is also on the table. Let's get this man on the show. Like, I want an update. Are they still together? Did they make it? Is he living his best life in the Philippines now? Or is she living her best life here? Like, I want an update. And I'm sure Coach Ratliff wants an update too.